Good morning, students. Today we'll do some new reactions of aldehydes and ketones, and this is one of the most important reaction for aldehyde and ketone, which is called Aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reaction. This reaction shown by those aldehydes or ketones which contain alpha hydrogen. If your aldehyde and ketone do not have any alpha hydrogen, then that type of aldehyde ketone cannot show aldol condensation reaction. Do you know what is alpha hydrogen? This is one of the example of aldehyde. CHO is present. This is one of the example of aldehyde, and you know this is the functional group CHO. From the functional group, the next carbon is called alpha carbon, and the hydrogen present with that carbons are called alpha hydrogen. This is one of the aldehyde which contain 3 alpha hydrogen atom. This is one of the aldehyde HCHO, which is called formaldehyde or methanol. This is your functional group. So there is no next carbon. This compound do not have any alpha carbon, and so there will be no alpha hydrogen for this compound. Those hydrogens which are joined with alpha carbon, they are called alpha hydrogen. These hydrogens are called alpha hydrogen because they are joined with alpha carbon. But here no alpha carbon present, that's why no alpha hydrogen will be present here. Similarly, this is one of aldehyde. This is one aldehyde CHO, which is called Benzaldehyde. In this compound, CHO is your functional group. Then this carbon is said to be the alpha carbon, and this carbon also have no alpha hydrogen because already 4 bonds are present. No hydrogen present here. So this is one example of aldehyde which do not have any alpha hydrogen. So formaldehyde and benzaldehyde, these two are the example of aldehyde which do not contain any alpha hydrogen. So this type of aldehyde, formaldehyde, benzaldehyde, they cannot show aldol condensation reaction. To show aldol condensation reaction, there must be some alpha hydrogen. Similarly, in case of ketone also, if you consider this ketone CH3 C double bond O CH3, as you know this is your functional group, and from the functional group next carbon is called alpha, so this is alpha carbon, this is also said to be the alpha carbon. Here 3 hydrogen, here 3 hydrogen, total 6 hydrogen, 6 alpha hydrogens are present in this compound. So this one also can show aldol condensation reaction. This is one example of ketone which is called Benzophenone. Both sides contain benzene ring like this. In this benzophenone also, this is your functional group. This carbon and this carbon are said to be alpha carbon, but that carbon do not contain any hydrogen. That's why this ketone do not have any alpha hydrogen. So those aldehyde, those ketones which do not have any alpha hydrogen, they cannot show aldol condensation reaction. In exam, the question may be asked why formaldehyde, benzaldehyde cannot show aldol, because they do not have any alpha hydrogen. Now, what is aldol condensation reaction? The aldehydes or ketones containing alpha hydrogen, when they react with dilute sodium hydroxide, then some condensation takes place and they produce a compound which is called aldol, and the reaction is called aldol condensation reaction. Actually, condensation means you have to take 2 compounds, both the compound will join to form a single one. That's why the reaction is called condensation reaction. So now I will show you about the reaction. This is one of the aldehyde which contain alpha hydrogen CH3CHO, and this is another aldehyde. I have taken similar aldehyde. This type of 2 aldehydes you have to take. If you take similar aldehyde or similar ketone, then it is called aldol. If you take one aldehyde and this one another aldehyde, or suppose this one is aldehyde, this one is ketone, if you take 2 different molecules, then that will be called cross aldol. I will do cross aldol later. So first time aldol. In aldol reaction, always you have to take 2 similar molecules. So this is your ethanol, this is also ethanol. When you react with dilute sodium hydroxide, dilute NaOH, then both the compound will join and they will form a single compound. Condensation takes place and they produce a compound which is said to be aldol, and that's why the reaction is called aldol condensation reaction. Now, how the reaction takes place? As you know, this is your alpha carbon, similarly this is your alpha carbon. From the alpha carbon, one hydrogen will be released from this alpha carbon, one hydrogen will be released, and that hydrogen will be joined with oxygen. It become OH, and the double bond will be converted to single bond. I mean, the compound goes to like this. I have started from this one, CH3, then this is your CH, H means this hydrogen, CH, double bond is converted to single bond, this is OH, I mean the alpha hydrogen joined with this oxygen, it become OH. Now after removing the alpha hydrogen, it becomes CH2, then CHO, like this, and in between these two carbon, a new bond will form. This compound is the product, and in this compound you have seen here two functional group are present. One is aldehyde CHO group and one is alcohol group OH. Since the compound contain two functional group, aldehyde and alcohol, that's why for aldehyde ALD, and for alcohol you have to write all, and that is why the compound is called aldol. I mean, aldol means the compound contain two functional group, aldehyde and alcohol. From aldehyde ALD come, and from alcohol OL come, and that's why it is commonly called aldol. If you want to write the IPC name of this compound, numbering should be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have to write 3-hydroxy-butanol. This is the IPC name of this aldol. So you can write the IPC name also. Now, when you take two similar molecule of aldehyde or ketone, and when you react with dilute sodium hydroxide, then condensation takes place. I mean, both the compound will combine and they produce one compound which contain two functional group, aldehyde and alcohol. That's why the compound is called aldol, and this reaction is called aldol condensation reaction. Now, one additional part I want to show you. This is about aldol condensation reaction. If you want to heat this compound, suppose you heated this compound. Normally, you know, when you heated the compound, then if there is a possibility to remove the water molecule, then after heating, always water molecule will be removed from that type of compound. You know, this carbon contain one OH group, and due to presence of OH group, there has some possibility to remove the water molecule. I mean, dehydration will take place. From this carbon, OH will be released, and from the next carbon, one hydrogen will be released, and that hydrogen and OH combines to form water. I mean, water will be released from it, and then the remaining compound goes to CH3CH. Here CH, CHO. I mean, from this carbon OH is released, from this carbon hydrogen is released, and in between them you will get a double bond. And this is said to be but 2 in 1L. So when you heated aldol, then water will be removed from the aldol and it will convert it to inal. I mean, the compound which contain double bond and aldehyde. Similarly, if you take this one CH3C double bond O CH3, this is one ketone. Similar molecule I have taken, propanone, I mean acetone. When you apply dilute sodium hydroxide, then condensation takes place. The alpha hydrogen is removed from this carbon, and that alpha hydrogen will be joined with oxygen. Double bond is converted to single bond. I will write like this. Look this: CH3, then C. Double bond is converted to single bond. Oxygen combined with hydrogen, it become OH. This CH3 I will write below like this, because the bond will be formed between this carbon and this carbon. I mean, bond will be formed between these two, because here double bond is converted to single bond, and from this hydrogen is released. So new bond you will get from between this carbon and this carbon, and that's why this methyl group I have written below the carbon. So that carbon will be joined with this carbon, which remove alpha hydrogen, then C double bond O CH3. So this is said to be ketol, because one keto group and alcohol group is present. That's why it is said to be ketol. So if you want to write the IPC name, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4-methyl 4-hydroxy pant 2-on. This is the IPC name. When you heat this, then also water molecule will be removed from carbon. OH will release, from this carbon hydrogen will be released, and the compound goes to like this: double bond CH, C double bond O, CH3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4-methyl pant 3 in 2-on. Like this, you can write the IPC name. So this reaction is called aldol condensation reaction. Always you remember, when you take similar molecule, then it is called aldol, otherwise it becomes cross aldol. Thank you.